Donald Trump is flip-flopping on a promise that he made on the campaign trail repeatedly. According to the Associated Press, now he does not plan to release his tax returns, as is tradition for candidates for elected office. So what's the reason that he gives? Why does he say, no, I'm not going to do it? Because he claims, hey, I'm being audited. I mean, this is the same thing that he said for seemingly like years now. Hey, you're going to release tax return? I'm being audited. That's a pretty goddamn long audit. And also, he went on to say, they're looking at 4 or 5 years worth of taxes. And as the article points out on this, they say, the IRS doesn't really do that. They only go back like 3 years. So you get the overwhelming sense, again, that Trump is just saying whatever he wants to say and whatever he needs to say to dodge accountability. And he's just like, yeah, no, I'm being audited. There's a chance he's not even fucking being audited. So this is incredible. And the last time somebody did this, I think, was 1976, where they ran for president. And they're like, I'm just not going to release my tax returns. So, no stranger to tax controversies, Mitt Romney chimed in on this, and he said, there's only one logical explanation for Mr. Trump's refusal to release his returns. There is a bombshell in them. Given Mr. Trump's equanimity with other flaws in his history, we can only assume it's a bombshell of unusual size. And he goes on to say, this is disqualifying. Mitt Romney is hilarious. Like, he chimes in every few months to attack Trump, and he thinks that people who are politically astute don't get that he still has a raging hard-on to be president of the United States. Like, that is what he wants. He's like, a jealous kid. Like, it's disqualifying. Hey, people came after me for my tax returns. Everybody, let's go after him, too, for his tax returns. And it's true, people did go after Mitt Romney for his tax returns because he was withholding them for a long time. When he finally released them, we learned that he's paying less than many construction workers and accountants are. And he pretended, he's like, what? What do you mean? I paid some tax. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Meanwhile, people who make a kind of a middle-class living, some of them are paying 20%, 25%. His punk ass was paying 14% on millions of dollars in income when he just sits on his couch making the income because he makes it through investments. So he only has to pay the capital gains tax, which of course is lower than somebody who's a working person who pulls in maybe $70,000 a year. So he was a jackass on this front, but now Trump is being a jackass too. But there are two important points to make about this, and here's why I think Trump is hiding it and why indeed he's not going to release it. Number one, I can guarantee you right now he's also paying anywhere from 15% to maybe 0%. Maybe he's paying no tax whatsoever. Why am I so confident in saying that? Because, look, when you're somebody who's wealthy, you honestly have an army of people who their entire job is to find a way to get you to legally dodge your taxes. So you exploit loopholes, you do all these tricky things, and then you turn around at the end of the day, and when they try to get you on it, you go, what do you mean? The loopholes are there, and they exist for a reason, so I didn't do anything wrong here. So there are many rich people and many corporations, as you guys well know, that pay 0%. There are some corporations that pay a negative tax rate, so they get a subsidy back from the government even if they're wildly profitable. Trump is in the same boat here. I guarantee you he's paying anywhere from 15% to 0%. I would be shocked if he's paying over 15% in taxes. If honestly, in this scenario here, if he had nothing to hide, he would just release them. He would release them and say, see, paying my taxes, doing my due diligence. But then there's another reason here. Trump claims to be worth about $9 billion. And actually, it depends on which interview you look at because he's used different numbers at different times, some higher, some lower. But he always says, a billionaire with multiple billions of dollars. He always claims this. Okay. That's definitely not true. At best, it's half that. So he says it's $9 billion. At best, you're talking 4.5. That's absolute best. And even that's a lot. But, I mean, obviously, he's just an exaggerator, so he exaggerates even when there's no need to. But that's the best case scenario. There's a chance he's not even worth $1 billion. Now, when he launched his campaign, he did this whole goofy thing where he's up there talking and he holds up a sheet of paper. He's like, this is from my accountant or my tax lawyer or whatever. And, I paid him a lot of money to say I'm worth $9 billion. So here, see, it says I'm worth $9 billion. And they were like, ooh, $9 billion. Like, no, you jackass. First of all, thou doth protest too much. Why are you even bringing that up in your when you're launching your campaign. Nobody asked at that point. Like, it's just weird. I'm worth this much. Why? Why does that matter? Because he's bragging. Oh, this is what I am. See, I'm a great businessman. I'm worth this much money. See. But again, thou doth protest too much. Like, oh, you're just keep trying to shove it in our faces. Why? It's not true. And I actually, not to get too deep into stuff here, but one of my friends, his father is a well-connected guy, successful entrepreneur, and he's a member at one of the most exclusive golf courses, honestly, in the world. And there's somebody else who's a member there, Donald Trump. He says, well, number one, nobody likes Trump. Even among, like, the elites, they're like, this fucking jackass, I can't take this guy. But also, he's told me for years, even before you had Trump running and doing all this stuff, he said, no way he's worth that amount of money. Not a chance. Not a snowball's chance in hell. Not even close. And, again, there's a chance he's not even a billionaire. And he said, oh, I'm a billionaire. There's a chance he only has like $500 million. Which, again, is still a lot of money, but the fact of the matter is he always brags about, I'm $9 billion, this, that. Well, that's not true. So he wouldn't release it because the tax rate he's paying is super low, and he could be attacked for that. And because the amount of money that he's making and his actual net worth is just much lower than what he says it is. So that's probably why he's not doing it. But then also, let me make a third prediction here. Even if he were to release it, it still wouldn't hurt him. It wouldn't hurt him. Because stuff like this never hurts him. There's not a single Republican-based voter who would look and say, ooh, he paid 7% in taxes. Ooh, he's only worth, whatever, let's say $740 million, not $1 billion. Ooh, he only made $2 million last year, whatever the fuck it is. I can't vote for him now. No, they be like, still rich, still want to make America great again, man. So I always find it hilarious that idiots like Mitt Romney are like, yeah, this'll get him. See, there's a scandal over the tax. No, it won't. It won't do anything to him. It won't even hurt him 1% in the polls, even if he did release all the shit and it showed us stuff like I just described here. It just wouldn't hurt him. Because if there's one thing that establishment pricks on the left and the right don't get, it's how to attack Trump. They don't know how to attack him. They don't know how to take his worst comments, isolate them, talk about how it makes no sense, highlight his contradictions. They always attack him on stupid shit. Shit like this, and like I just described with Hillary Clinton, how Hillary Clinton attacked him recently at a rally by saying he's an isolationist. Again, the right-wing smear word for the wildly popular non-interventionism. So of all the things Trump has said and all the things he's done in his entire business career, yada yada, your best line of attack against him is he wants to stay out of Syria. Unbelievable. They're poised to blow this election, and this is another scandal that's telling about Trump, but at the end of the day, it'll be a non-scandal because he's just not going to release them, and even if he did, it wouldn't hurt him.